Hello and welcome to Thumbnail Hats. I'm Bill Doobie and this is the channel all about thumbnails for thumbnail creators on YouTube. We had a little bit of a problem getting a seasonal thumbnail essential video going today. I want to go over the 4 central characters real quickly on producing a thumbnail and then go into them in depth. This was not the thumbnail that we chose. We have the character, the theme, which is the season, print. You always need good print, and a brand stamp. Also, there's one other element of a thumbnail that isn't really part of the thumbnail, but it's part of the title. You wanted to get the click and the stick. We have DIY seasonal thumbnail essentials. That is the title of this video. This was almost the thumbnail that I was going to use, and now we're going to go into depth. The reason why I didn't use it was because it didn't pass the contrasty test. You notice how season does not show very well right here? Plus there was another error that I found later on. I had missed this one spot right here for coloring on the lettering. Now, here is the final thumbnail. You can see I added in a trapezoid behind it with an offset color that would make it stand out when it goes down smaller. You can still see season and it pops a little bit more. Any more contrast in there and it would just violate the season. Now, let's get into our models. First, I took a picture of myself, and actually when I take pictures, I take about 30 of them really quickly and then narrow it down to 2. I make an okay model, but let's check a few other guys. This guy looked really good, except for the fact is, it's not me. And same here, although I did use this tree for the background for a little bit. And then this guy, he wasn't even a contender. Now for backgrounds. This background looked nice. I liked it. I found it on Stockily. Another one from Stockily. Finally, this was the one I chose off of Stockily. Brand stamp. You need a brand stamp. I changed my brand stamp for the season. Red and green is the season for Christmas. Now, if it had been something else, I would have changed it to something else if it would work. Picking fonts for the actual thumbnail here, there were down to 3 fonts. I need to make them so you can see them better here. So let's go down to this layer here, and we will make it more visible. And then we will change the color so that, let's see what color we get. Well, that's almost good. Let's bring in a color wheel so that I can change it over to a different color right now. There. I decided between this color and this color here because I didn't like the way that the bulbs flipped up instead of down. I found these two. This was one of the fonts here. You notice how they have them flipped down. I didn't have time to figure out how to get them to do that. And the other one is the Christmas tree lights, which is the other one I used. These are from dafont.com. I used them and got them to have a nice offset color to them, which was blue. See the blue? With this one, because it had the transparency, I decided to also go and add in a fill color. All right, so there's that. This is actually the finished thumbnail, but I took away all of the layers as far as showing. First, I went in with my background. Then I went in and removed the background and highlighted myself. Now here I just used this one for cleaning up. Let's go up further. Here's one of the, now I'm choosing between the background layers, and I just flipped through them, and I chose this one. Now, Santa tree background, that was one of the ones that I was thinking about, like I said, and this is it. That's how I pulled it out, and I really like the other one better. Now this layer here, that was nothing. Now we test through our prospective candidates. So you can see there's a little bit of work involved there. We remove all these guys so that I can continue on. All right, we still have that. The final, I think this was my final background and tilt. We will find out in just a minute. And let's make it a little smaller so that you can see it easier without my layers getting in the way here. Brand stamp, we added the brand stamp. Then checked it out with season. This one was into the final running. Actually, that was very close to being the one that I was going to use. Then I didn't like this, and I was like thinking, oh geez, what am I going to do? So I added that. Then I added my finger back in. I'll show you why, because when I put season lights, now my finger looks funny. So let's put my finger back in, and now it looks like it's under the season, so that was nice. And that's it. If you have any questions about thumbnails, as you can tell, I've researched them quite a bit. I would love to help you out. Please leave comments down below. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays. Love you all. Bye-bye. And we're done. That did go through on one take. I need subscribers. Put a subscription in for my Christmas stocking.